Here, within the walls and fences of this building, are dogs. Dogs and people. Dogs who are waiting, hoping someone will take them into their home and make them a part of their family. And people who are trying to make the dogs as comfortable as possible while they wait.
On this show, I hope to introduce you to both and give you a glimpse of what goes on day to day here at the shelter. There'll be some highs. Clyde over there is getting adopted.
You're going home, you got a home.
That's how we roll at the shelter.
Right.
And, I'm not gonna lie, there'll be plenty of lows too. Those.
Baby.
But we'll experience them both, together, here on Bayou Dogs. Well, it's another week, another day, another episode. Another trip to the vet for poor Dante. Yeah, he knows he's going to the vet. Why is he going to the vet?
Well, they originally wanted to remove the drain in his face, but he decided to do that himself Sunday night. During the night, he pulled the drain out, and everything's going good with it, but they just want to check him out and be sure the infection's healing up nicely.
And Bud has also making a trip to the vet. He's back at the shelter now. But, how's Bud doing?
Bud's doing really good. The vet's very happy with the way it looks and said that he actually won't have to go back again because she expects that it'll be healed in 2 weeks. So instead of making the trip back every 2 weeks, he should be fully healed by then.
Dante, you're trying to force yourself into the shot. You got anything to say about it? How do you think Bud's doing? He don't care.
Yeah.
We soon arrive at Dr. McClendon's office, where Dante's return seems to delight just about everyone working there.
It looks like you pulled it already. Yeah, we just got to get those stitches on. Yeah.
He decided Sunday night he didn't need it anymore, apparently.
Hey.
Like, oops.
Yeah, you feel better, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
He's full of
He's got sugars.
Oh, yes.
He's got to be the happiest little dog.
He is.
I know. I want to take him home if I don't have so many in my little house already.
He's like a little miniature pet.
I know. I love it. Stop.
Tell that to anybody whose lap he climbs into. Well, we managed to get him to the vet despite him trying to ride at both our laps on the way over here. Poor guy. They've taken him to the back there, and we're just waiting on them to take the stitches out, clean up the area around where the drains were, and they should be done in a few minutes.
Dante returns from his checkup just a short while later.
Everything looks good. Good. I'm gonna bring him back on Friday to take out the rest of those stitches. We won't leave those until then.
Okay.
If he doesn't take them out himself?
Yeah, no, he just pulled the tube. Y'all still got plenty of antibiotics?
Yeah.
Give him on those.
Yeah.
Keep cleaning it, keep putting the Neosporin on those over wounds. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you need this butt scratching?
Well, forgive me for not giving you guys a proper welcome. I had to get Dante off to the vet as soon as possible because he pulled those tubes out of his face a little bit sooner than the vet would have liked. We got him up there. You saw, we got him up there. They checked on him. He's doing good. Also, a little update, as you probably noticed, last week by the time this airs. This is Tuesday right now. We had that storm last night with all the tornado warnings and everything. Thankfully, it didn't seem to have affected us much here at the shelter. There's water everywhere from the rain, but no damage, so that's good. And also, you may notice I'm holding a little bit of extra equipment. I've got a microphone with me, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me and everything going on here a little bit clearer. Guess we'll see. Well, we are heading not that far, as a matter of fact, just down the street to, I think it's the corner of Construction in Kansas. And what are we going to be doing?
We're looking for the spot that our sign was. A storm blew the sign down about 6 months ago, and one of our board members had her brother build us a frame for it, so he's going to come out and put the sign back up today. But we have to go down and mark where it's supposed to go.
And for the record, we're not talking about that sign. That sign's still there.
No, we're talking about the really big sign that's down on the end of Kansas so that people can find us.
Yeah, there was another one further down the road that has disappeared, as you just heard, because of the storm. We're about to start making preparations to replace it.
That'll be good because everybody gets lost.
While repairs on the sign are being completed elsewhere, Terry marks where the sign is meant to be placed with spray paint.
Well, hi there. Hope you'll excuse the unusual shot. Couldn't resist. Couldn't help myself. The sign has arrived, and we just made a quick stop back at the shelter to get some concrete. There may be a problem with the concrete, though. It's concrete. It was supposed to be a concrete mix, but we think it might have gotten wet somehow, and it's now a concrete block. So it's going to be interesting trying to see how we can deal with that, because we were originally going to get the concrete so that we could set it into the ground, and the sign would be more solid, and the wind wouldn't undermine our efforts and blow it away again. So I'll just have to see what happens. Hi there.
With some spare bags of concrete mix found, the men who arrived with the sign prepare to set it up. They begin by taking a frame custom built for the sign and placing it in the 2 holes already in the ground from the previous frame. That done, they ensure the sign is level, then pour the concrete mix into the holes around the frame's legs. Then, as one of them pours water into the concrete so it can begin hardening, the other 2 set the sign into position in the frame. A few screws are quickly drilled into place, and the newly reconstructed sign is ready to direct potential adopters to the shelter.
So as you take a look at these dogs over here, I want to take a minute to dispel a myth some of you rather, might be having. We are a no-kill shelter, for those of you that may not have known this. Now, you might see some of the pictures of some of the dogs we'll share on Facebook, social media, what have you, and assume, well, they're a no-kill shelter. If they're there, they're fine. No, not necessarily. I mean, some of these dogs have been here 6, 7 years, which, yes, they've been here that long because we won't kill them, but that's still 7 years in a cage, no matter how you look at it. And that's not okay. So yes, even though we don't kill these dogs, their pictures, their stories, they need sharing just as much as any other dog you might see on Facebook. So please, do come on in, have a look at the dogs, adopt if you can, but if you can't, take a look at the website, bayoudogs.org. Easy enough to remember, I named the show after it. There's ways you can look at to help the shelter other than adopting, if you can't necessarily adopt. Make donations, monetary, or come in and donate a doghouse, dog food, anything. There's a whole list of stuff on the website. Come in, wash the dogs, walk them, just anything you can do to help us out. We greatly appreciate it, including sharing all their pictures if you happen to see them. Okay, we're off to the airport. We're looking for a couple of dogs that were lost and last seen around the airport. Do we know what they look like?
One is a black and white husky, and the other is a white husky
Solid
mix.
white husky mix.
mixes, right? They're not full-blooded huskies.
One of them's a full-blooded husky.
Okay, the black and
The black and white one's full-blooded.
And did you say someone said they saw him in a particular area?
Yeah, they said they saw him by the airport, so we've driven around quite a bit today looking, and they just told us they actually saw him on Transport Road, so that's where we're headed.
So we're gonna go look again.
This is Transport. This is where she saw him at.
Okay, we're on the road where these dogs were supposedly last seen, so I'm gonna try and keep an eye out and keep you guys updated as well.
They could be anywhere through here, so. I wonder if there's a way to get back there. Is there a little road or something that goes back there?
I'm not sure. Look at these little tubes.
That's what I was doing, was looking in the pipes because they can get in there to try to get dry. So, trying to watch for flash of white, which could be quite muddy right now.
Looking for
Like
any
those tubes
movement.
right here.
Any movement.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's try this.
That truck coming.
Okay. I've had dogs hide over there in those woods before. So if all else fails, I might go on foot to the woods and see if they're here again. It's a little thick, some thick trees right there they hide in. Or in these too.
If I was a dog, I would be in them.
I would be in the pipes. So I'm trying to see if there's another. Yeah.
With no luck at the pipes for now, we head over to the nearby fire station.
Ask them if they've seen them. Tell them if they see them, call Humane Society and we'll come out and get them. I don't know. I've never been over here. Somebody's hollering, hey.
No luck there either. So we return to the pipe yard, but soon run into a problem.
People in charge of the pipes said they'd seen him yesterday in one of their pipe yards near a warehouse, but for safety reasons they're not going to let us look. So we're going to
Where hit that strand of tree.
Yeah, that area, big clump of trees over there. We're going to look around there.
These are open all day long though. That's how they work.
The pipe people said if they saw them, they would call us, but again, they're not going to let us look through the pipes.
They open as soon as they get here.
Somewhere in there is where
Wait, back up.
they think. Wait, hang on.
See him?
I saw something. Back up.
We might have seen something.
What is that white thing right there? What is that between the two? What is that?
Where?
Between the blue thing and the pipe sitting there.
That looks like a dog.
That looks like a dog. I mean, what?
I
We
can't
can't.
tell what it is and we can't go in. It might be a bag of concrete or something.
I'm zoomed in as much as I can zoom in. I can't tell.
It's not moving. Whatever it is, it's not moving.
I don't think it's a dog.
You don't?
He zoomed in on it.
Okay.
So.
I just seen white laying
Good catch though,
there.
because it is white.
So.
Looks like just a pile of trash or something.
Yeah.
After talking with more workers at the pipe yard, we get another lead on the dog's whereabouts.
I bet you they're the guys that fed them too.
Probably.
And they went around this building.
Yeah, so he said it around this building.
Yeah, we can't go back there.
If you see anything, I will.
Right?
That's when you do it and ask forgiveness rather than permission.
Did we stop?
No, we haven't stopped here yet. See, we went around this building.
We pull into the parking lot and ask again,
Do you know, when?
and this time, we hit
Yesterday?
pay dirt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My friend's got one and I got the other one.
You got them?
Yeah, we got them.
We've been looking for them. Their owner, they slipped out from their owner.
Yeah, we figured they probably got out of a pen.
Yeah, great.
I live on.
I mean, is there any way we can get them from you so we can get them back to the owner from you and your friend?
We're with the Humane Society right over here.
Yes, maybe this evening.
Let's see. I've got a board meeting this evening. Let's see how I can do
What
this.
time this evening?
I get off at 5.
Okay, and where you say you live at?
Are they outside? Or?
No.
Is that, okay,
So we're gonna put up some posters and stuff.
yeah, right here, let's see. Let me show you the picture.
Make sure that's them.
Yeah, we've been looking for them all morning.
Definitely, yeah. Yep.
Okay, let me see, let me get you.
Terry gives the man her phone number, so he can contact her later when he is available to hand over the dogs.
Okay, well, we're back at the shelter after looking for the dogs. We haven't found the dogs, but we did find a couple of guys who took the dogs in. One of them took one of the huskies into his house. The friend took the other one. So Terry's going to get with them later this evening and collect the dogs, bring them back here to the shelter, then contact the owner, then get the dogs back to the owner. So all in all, a good day's work. We're getting a couple of the dogs back to their homes. That's good.
With the 2 huskies taken care of, it's time to focus on seeing to the medical needs of the dogs at the shelter.
You're going to give out some medicine to the dogs?
Yes.
What kind of medicine?
Ivomec, which is heartworm prevention, and Pyranal, which is deworm.
And how often do you give out the medicine?
We give out the Ivomec every month, and the Pyranal we give it out as needed or yearly. That's for dogs that have been here for a while. For new dogs, we give them 1 dose when they come in, and then another dose 2 weeks later.
Some of these are collars, so I need scissors.
And I just made a few calls, and S&J off of Thomas Road is going to donate us a bottle of Ivomec. We use it to, yeah, we love it. So big thank you to him, and we use that to prevent heartworm. And brain pain. So that's a big help.
The medicine dosage for each dog is based on their weight, so the team at the shelter tries to be as accurate as possible, but it's still difficult.
We need a scale so bad. If someone could donate a scale, that would be amazing. They're about $100 on Amazon. When we worm the dogs and things like that, we need to know how much they weigh. So we kind of have to guess usually, and sometimes you're just not right or even close. So if someone could donate a scale, that would be amazing.
While a few of the dogs actually enjoy it, just like children, not all of the dogs are so willing to come right up and take their medicine. Some have to be coaxed, or just downright chased down. It will take nearly 2 hours, but eventually, all of the dogs will get the medicine they need. Meet Sage, a 4-month-old pit mix. At 6 weeks old, Sage and her litter mates were abandoned in front of the shelter. They were very ill when they were abandoned, but thankfully got the medical treatment they needed. Sage is now the only one from her litter still at the shelter, since all her siblings have been adopted.
She seems to be very well behaved when you take her for a ride. Oh, hi there. Hi there. Yeah, she's very good. Good girl. She's very, very friendly, as you can tell.
And that applies to both people and other dogs as well. If you're interested in adopting Sage or any of the other dogs at the shelter, the adoption fee is $95. You can also visit bayoudogs.org for more information.
Welcome back. We missed you. Not really. Just pulling into the shelter now, and the first thing we're going to do is check in with Terry and see what the status is of those huskies that we were trying to chase around the airport yesterday.
They went home last night. They're doing good with the owner. I think they finally got him about 10 o'clock last night, the guy. called me and wanted to meet the owner instead, so I got them in touch, but they didn't get together until about 10. The owner did say they're back home, they're doing good. So neither of them were seriously injured on their little escape method, but they're doing good.
The day gets off to a great start as a man visits the shelter to give treats to all the dogs. Having given treats to all the dogs, the man leaves. Later that day, we receive another visitor. This one with a four-legged companion. The dog is not hers, rather one she and her roommate found and took in. She asks Terry if the dog can stay at the shelter, but there's no room. Thinking she might recognize the dog as lost, Terry first tries scanning the beagle for a microchip. Then checks Facebook to see if there are any lost dog postings matching the dog's description. No luck with either method. They exchange contact information, and as the shelter is so full, Terry lends the girl a kennel so she can keep the beagle temporarily until a space can be found for her. Not long after the girl leaves, we get a case of deja vu. This time with double the dogs.
They're not scared, you know. I managed to catch them.
Yeah.
They come right to me. That's a little bulldog there. I don't know what the other one is.
Uh-oh. Your ear's all tore up, buddy, but what'd you do? Go sit there. It's a baby. No.
Nah,
damn.
No chips. I know, but it's worth a shot just in case. Because sometimes shelters will put them in like they've been dogged by sugar. His poor ears are eaten up.
Yeah, flies been after him.
Yeah.
Kind of started on that one.
I've got some meds I can put on that, but I just don't have nowhere to keep
Well,
them.
hello. Something of an interesting situation has occurred. See there, we got a couple of new arrivals. Well, you've seen them before. I showed you them earlier. The guy in the truck brought them. And Terry tried to scan them, see if they had a chip. No luck. And the guy told us if we couldn't take them, he's going to go down the road and dump them. So he left with them. Now he came back and said he changed his mind. Said if we'd take him, he'd give us the money for a pin. So, there they are. Just glad they weren't dumped.
As it turned out, however, that would be just the start of a very busy day for us.
Well, I believe they refer to this as one of those days. It has been just busy as all get out. Let me see if I can get you caught up to date here. Or, for that matter, myself caught up to date. I've been running in and out of the office, trying to answer the phone when nobody else was available. I think Terry just went into the office answering the 32 millionth call today. Let's see, I told you about them, our new two arrivals there. green collars there. The ones, of course, that were threatened to be dumped if we couldn't take them. Terry and I are about to head off to a hardware store to get a kennel for those 2 dogs so I can make room for them. Then, finishing that, we're going to be heading off to the house of one of the board members of the Humane Society. Reason why? Remember that beagle that was brought in earlier? One that Terry gave a kennel to, so the person that brought her in could keep her for a little while. Well, the roommate of that person said, no, can't keep the dog here. So she brought the dog back. The aforementioned board member said, okay, keep the dog at my house. Dog has now jumped the fence of that house. So, as soon as we get the kennel for those 2 dogs, I'm gonna be going and looking for that beagle. Oh yeah, all sorts of fun times. But, on the brighter side, I don't know if you could see it over there, but it looks like Buddy may be getting adopted.
It doesn't take long for us to find the kennel needed for the 2 bigger dogs, so with that loaded up, we set off on the next stage of our sojourn.
Alright, well, we've managed to get our hands on a kennel for the 2 new arrivals. Now we're going on a search and rescue mission. Yeah. Just about. We're going to look for that beagle I mentioned, that one that jumped over the fence of one of the Humane Society's board members. And from what I'm hearing, that's nigh on impossible feat.
Yeah, she has 7-foot fences. I don't know how the little bitty old beagle managed to get over her fences. That's actually, yeah, a pretty amazing feat for her to accomplish. She must be quite determined.
Alright, we're in the area where she was last spotted. Somebody had found the dog, got the phone number off it, called that phone number. That person called Terry, and we thought the dog had been found, but it turns out the dog bolted. So now we're back to looking, about to turn on Forsyth, again where it was last seen by Neville.
It went a long way. It went from Auburn Avenue to Forsyth. In a little bit of time it's been missing, so she's on a mission to get somewhere.
Okay, this dog is supposedly in or around this church here, so we're going to concentrate on our search here right now.
Come on, puppy. There she is, there she is.
Where?
Right there.
Yeah.
Come here, Mama Gil. Come on. Come see me, my baby.
Well, that could have been a disaster. But as you can see, all's well. We got her.
Here she is, the escapee. All right, my baby, lay still. Don't try to bolt again, please. And she's gonna get a name that has something to do with escaping. Haven't figured it out yet.
Well, crisis averted. Thankfully, we found her. Something to be said for tags. I think that's the only reason we found her, is because she had tags on her collar with a number on her. Some kind of identification that we can use. So, if you're going to put a collar on your dog, don't just put a collar on and say, oh, she's got a collar, she's fine. No. Got to put something on that can be traced back to you if the dog gets lost. Otherwise, you might just end up just roaming around the streets, or worse.
Bye.